Call the meeting to order at 5:05. And so we can continue this conversation. Apparently the Forest Park and Bass Pond.
Well, before we get to the agenda, I'm just going to call the roll.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Commissioner Collins is absent. Commissioner Martinez,
Here.
Commissioner Alminas,
Here.
Commissioner Miller,
Here.
Commissioner Jones,
Here.
Commissioner Ryan is absent.
Okay, so the first order of business, the first public hearing, that's going to be continued. That's the one on Boston Road. And they asked to be continued, right?
We have not heard from them, so we're assuming that we're just going to
Okay.
continue. However, if the commission deems that you have enough information, you may certainly render a decision this evening.
I'm not on that one. There was still some, I think that one should be continued,
Okay. So,
right? Because there was some question on their replication, wasn't there?
Well, so from what I remember, the replication was fine. It was more a matter of we're looking at the property line saying, you know, are they really going to maintain one of the properties was huge and it included the replication, and I think we were questioning whether somebody would be maintaining that. So from what I remember, we said we can vote on this now, but when that comes up to start to, you know, actually divide up the subdivision, that's going to be an issue.
So that's right. Actually remember that it would come up with each applicant each time they were going to build a house.
Yeah,
Right?
I think so. Yeah. So I think what they're doing now is they just want the approval to fill in, to create this street, and then they're going to start to subdivide it.
So I guess we could vote on that then. If that's, I'm going on your memory because I don't remember. I'm
Yeah.
remembering pieces of it, but I don't have the. So we could vote on that one.
I guess do we close the public hearing first?
We close the public hearing for this and then, right? So make a motion. Somebody want to make a motion to close the public hearing on Boston Road?
I'll make a motion to.
Go ahead, Peter.
Go ahead, Fred.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing for Boston Road.
I'll second.
Okay. And so now we will vote on unless anybody has anything to say about it. No, Alvin?
okay, so Commissioner Martinez,
Yes.
Commissioner Alminas,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Public hearing is closed.
Okay. So the next one is the Parker Street. And-
I'm sorry, just to go back, are you guys voting in favor, or is that just to close the public hearing?
So that just
we-
closed the public hearing, but I guess do we
No.
vote on it now?
We closed the public hearing before this, didn't we? Or did we not?
No, I think today, I think that was the reason why we didn't vote on it last time.
No. Okay, so this past vote was the vote for closing the public hearing.
Mhm.
So now I guess we vote on
Yeah, issuing, I'm not sure which type of certificate.
I'm not either. I'm sorry.
I know, I wish Chris were here, but
Yeah,
So I believe, again, it came under the petition for notice of intent, so now that you close the public hearing, I believe it has to come back for another vote at the next meeting for a certificate of, I don't know either. But it requires some sort of vote for a certificate. But I can figure that out for the next meeting.
okay. I'm sorry, because I
yeah,
should know. We hear it enough times. I should know. It should be stuck in there, but
I was just trying to see if I could find what was sent for at the last meeting. I guess maybe we should just keep going. You can see there's somebody else
Okay.
that's here to present, so I guess we could talk about it after.
because so the next one is both Bass Pond and they're not fit. You said you thought they might be here, but they're not, right? So that's a continuation.
No, they stated that they would not be here. They've
Right.
asked to continue.
Okay, so we should vote on to continue the public hearing for Bass Pond.
That's correct.
Okay. So somebody want to make a motion to,
I'll make a motion. We continue the public hearing for Bass Pond.
I'll second it.
okay,
All right, Commissioner Martinez,
yes,
Commissioner Alminas,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
All right, matters continued.
okay, and so number 3 is also a continuation for Forest Park, for the ponds in Forest Park. So can we have a motion to continue that one?
I'll make a motion to continue the public hearing for the Forest Park project.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call. Commissioner Martinez,
Yes,
Commissioner Alminas,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
That item is continued.
Why they say Mr. Alminez when she say yes?
and so then,
Must be
Close
a
the-
delay.
but yeah, so we can close the public hearing now. And the next thing do we have to make a motion to close the entire public hearing at this point?
I don't believe so. I think you just move
Okay.
on.
Because we just did the last one.
Yeah.
So the last one is a certificate of compliance for the Springfield Water and Sewer. And is that, you're here for that, Brian? Are you-
Yes, ma'am. For the record, Brian Ruoff with Stantec. I'm here on behalf of our client, the Springfield Water and Sewer Department. We were involved in a slope restoration project that was adjacent to a sewer utility. We performed the work in proximity to Water Shops Pond. There was an order of condition for the work. We inspected the work and oversaw it, and at this time we're submitting we're certifying that the work was completed in compliance with the permit, and doing so by submitting both the application for a certificate of compliance and the sealed record drawings for your use. And we did a site walk with the former Conservation Commission agent before he left, and he was in agreement that everything was resolved. I understand that he's no longer with the board. He's moved on to another role, but I figured I'd state that just the same. And happy to answer any questions or go over anything that needs clarification if you need that.
Alvin, do you know if that report that Kevin must have received, are you familiar with that at all?
Unfortunately, no, I'm not privy to the report.
But apparently Kevin, he did sign off for it. Is that what you're saying, Brian?
Well, I wouldn't say he signed off. We did a site walk at the end of the project to make sure that he had a chance to do, take a look at all the work that we perform. He didn't have any comments and said we just essentially needed to go through this formal closeout procedure to confirm that everything was installed per the documents and deliver stamped record drawings for your record. And that was essentially it. We could close out the order of conditions based on that.
So unless Chris left you any information, Alvin, I guess we could just close this off.
Yeah, I've not received any information.
Right. Does anybody else have any questions on this? So we should have a motion then to issue a certificate of compliance for the Springfield Water and Sewer Commission.
I'll make a motion to issue a certificate of compliance for Springfield Water and Sewer.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call. Commissioner Martinez,
Yes.
Commissioner Alminas,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Okay. That item is approved for the certificate of compliance.
Okay. Oh,
Thank you. I appreciate the board's time. God bless. Thank you.
thank you.
All right. Well,
Take care.
Well, we don't have minutes or anything else is to vote on, and if anybody has anything they want to add to that, no information. And from Alvin, you don't have anything else for us?
I have a quick question for Alvin.
Sure.
Alvin, did you have a chance to check on the any identification we need when we go to these sites to look at the projects?
I didn't get a chance to speak with my director. I will reach out to him in the morning. I took a little time off, so I forgot all about it. So I'll reach out to him in the morning about that.
Oh, okay.
I'll have him, we'll send you an email in regards to getting everyone some sort of, identification before you go out to sites.
There was talk once about getting cards, which we didn't, but we were given a little card that said our name and that we were a commission. That was a while back. Does anybody remember that one? I think I still have
yeah, I
it.
remember. But
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, and I think there was talk about having cards made, but I think the question was they were going to give us so many cards and it wasn't.
Okay.
There was a commissioner way back that wanted us to have badges, but I don't, that never happened.
We did give out badges to the other commissions, the Historic Commission and Planning Board. So I know that they received them. I wasn't sure about conservation.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll check on that, and because again, we've done it before, so I can't see why we wouldn't be able to do it again. So
Yeah,
I will check on that and get back with everyone, before the end of the week.
Perfect. I was just wondering because Mr. Jones and I, we've visited a couple of sites, and for the most part, you may not need anything. But when you visit sites like Forest Park or something like that, they may ask for some kind of ID, and I just didn't know what to give them.
yeah. And then it's always tricky on private property.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so if anybody wants to make a motion to close the public hearing, to close the meeting,
I'll make a motion to close the meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call. Commissioner Martinez,
Yes.
switch it up. Commissioner Jones,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Alminas.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Good night.
Good night,
All
everybody.
right. Good night. Thanks.
Thank
Right.
Happy
you.
Thanks.
holidays.